These stupid aliens think they can ruin my video with their indiscriminate probing. Well, I'd like to see them make their way through this. I'm gonna call it the planetary butt cheek clench. It's perfect. We're just gonna call over one little UFO for a test. Yeah, come on down. Perfect. Yeah, those sphincters are so puckered they could whistle. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Solar Smash, that game that really gives you an all-new perspective of the world. Like, I found when you zoom out far enough, you can notice when UFOs decide to completely obliterate South America. What the Christ was that? I feel the need to point out that wasn't me. Like, I was gonna make a joke about how clearly November is fast approaching because it's getting friggin' cold here in Canada and America seems to be undergoing another election. But instead, the aliens decided to show— There's another one! I'm not doing this! Why do they just keep showing up? Is this something to do with the update? Like, at least that time they only hit the ocean. First time around, they just decided to wipe out Venezuela. You know the worst people in the world are gonna blame this on socialism, too. Could I maybe get, like, 30 seconds to get through the intro joke, please? Like, and then you're more than welcome to fly down, surprise me, probe whatever you want. I give full consent. It's just I kind of thought it was funny that I started playing Solar Smash in 2020. 4 years ago, and back then it was also cold in Canada, there was also an election in America, and there was a pandemic, which the developers seem to have introduced to the game since I played last. I'm not 100% sure what this is gonna do, but I would imagine... Oh, nope, not what I had imagined. I kind of expected it to be more like coughing, sneezing, runny nose, that kind of thing. You know, a couple days off work, 1% chance of killing you, but nope, instead it was more like space herpesiphyllades. And strangely enough, not the worst thing to happen to Florida this week. I'm almost afraid to say anything now. Like, I kind of want to just sit here and see what other spontaneous things might happen. Like, I'm assuming that's part of an update to the game. It being a mobile game, they don't exactly describe in great detail what you should expect. And plus, finding this stuff is, you know, like, half the fun. It doesn't look like they've changed the UFO. Actually, we still have the regular old basic UFO, but now we have bigger UFO and biggest UFO. All right, well, let's see what bigger UFO has to offer. Holy crap. Okay, you gotta be kidding me. This thing is clearly gonna shit-haul the whole planet, right? It has to, it's the size of Russia. That's a pretty dramatic step up from what we're used to. I'm assuming... Yeah, okay. Are we good, though? I mean, we only lost 524 million people, and the world seems to be, you know, relatively stable. Oh, it went clean through. I could see that being a long-term problem. Oh, Florida ate it again! They really can't catch a break. You really got to appreciate the cosmic odds of that happening. Because, like, our planet is so much water. And so little Florida. If anything, you would think it would be pretty easy for me to test out some of these things and not end up killing anybody. Like, if I was to use the biggest UFO, but I dropped it here in the middle of the Pacific, then... Oh. Actually, probably not the best one to test this theory, considering, well, it eclipses the entire planet. This thing isn't gonna come for a little destruction, it's coming for the whole enchilada. And now we know why it's so big. It's pregnant. Congratulations, you're a mothership. This is a problem. I would normally be able to defend against a lot of this stuff, right? Here we go, we got one! The one that was coming for Florida! Another one! Way to go, America! Oh, and it didn't matter. I swear, man, that place is just a disaster magnet. Yeah, just rub it in. That's honestly unbelievable. I think it's Russia, China, and America that are the big three who will use nukes to defend the world, and not gonna lie, guys, you did a pretty piss-poor job at it. Maybe I could do better? If we summoned you again, but I launched some nukes. Let's see how you like that. Oh. Okay, well, I am hitting it, but it is like throwing pebbles at a tank. Oh, this thing just does not care in the slightest. If anything, what are you willing to bet that I'm doing more harm than good right now? Some of these nukes seem to be slipping by, and well, they're not exactly precision. All right, you know, I'm gonna take the blame on that one. That's my bad. Even though my heart was in the right place, I think I can do better. It actually took me a couple of minutes to figure out what this was because it's so small and new, but I think it's a landmine or a space mine. So if I just decided to put a nice little minefield around our planet, I'm willing to bet they wouldn't be as interested in probing all of a sudden. These stupid aliens think they can ruin my video with their indiscriminate probing. Well, I'd like to see them make their way through this. I'm gonna call it the planetary butt cheek clench. It's perfect. We're just gonna call over one little UFO for a test. Yeah, come on down. Perfect. Yeah, those sphincters are so puckered they could whistle. I'm a little bit concerned with how close they are to the planet. Like, if I summoned a mothership, are they even gonna be able to hit it? These things don't exactly... Oh, I think they kind of are attracted. Yeah, that did nothing. We also hit it with a nuke, which also did nothing. Come on, man. You can't do this to me. The butt cheek clench. Ow. I really thought we were onto something there. Crap. I could probably try like a combination of shields and mines, but I don't think there's any way of killing these guys. We're definitely not short on weapons to try. I just feel like none of them are going to be as strong as the hundreds of nukes that I hit this thing with. Like, maybe if we tried something like the antimatter missile? The way this works, you would think it would just turn the mothership inside out. Because it's not an explosion, it's an implosion. It collapses in on itself first and then gets completely ignored. Great, okay, maybe the drill? The drill does like to force its way through stuff physically. Oh, okay, that kind of worked. We pushed it a little bit, and then it just took off. It just, like it bumper kissed a Toyota in a parking lot and said, I'm not going through insurance, screw this. We can go bigger. If man-made and alien-made technology doesn't get the job done, you could always just throw a moon at your problems. Yeah, there we go, because we can bump into it. We just kinda have a hard time doing any damage. Come on, man, you gotta be kidding me. It's having a hard time shooting, though. It hasn't fired its shot off yet because we're just bouncing it around. So maybe it's just gonna hang out for a while. Oh, it's pissed. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think throwing a half dozen moons at it is gonna do a whole lot. Is it inside the world? I think we made it clip into the Earth. Either that or it just disappeared. Either way, okay, we can still go bigger. If this thing doesn't get torn apart by a black hole, then I think it might be safe to say we're out of luck. It should get completely spaghettified. Or should we have used a red hole? What's the difference between a black hole and a red hole? It's just like strength or yeah, it definitely seems stronger. I just assumed it was how much lube you use. We're completely spaghettifying it. It's warped around this tear in space and it just doesn't care. Like, I got nothing. That's new, right? I don't remember having access to some kind of space diamond, and it's weird that it's underneath the creature tab rather than the technology tab. Maybe I should be trying some kind of biological attack, if you could call this biological. Ooh. Reminds me like something out of Reboot. Oh. All right, promising. Seems to have a very similar attack to the medium ship? I don't know, what would you call the opposite of a mothership? The daddy ship? That just seems dirty. Screw it, this is my last shot. Prepare a full frontal assault on the daddy ship. We need to wait for it to turn, and then summon, oh. Okay, we're just gonna like hang out from inside of it, I guess. Come on, yes! I'm gonna be completely honest, I didn't think that would work. But at least we have access to one thing good for defending ourselves. I got so wrapped up in trying to defend planets that I forgot that some planets are just not worth defending. Like the living planet, this strange tumor in space. It's got a population of 1, I'm guessing because it's just one giant living planet. And I really don't like the eyes and the eye tentacles and the subtle heartbeat in space. Weird. I've also noticed that it's got a blue sun, but when you move it around, you can kinda see through it no matter where that sun is. Kinda like there's another sun in the middle emitting light, and this weird cocoon is kind of formed around it. I'm gonna launch a missile at it. How about that? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Let's try to poke out one of those eyes. How do you feel about that? Excuse me? Would you mind running that one past me again there, buddy boy? Oh. Yeah, so they're not just strange eyelash tentacles, they're also defensive. That could be a problem. We might as well maintain the theme of the episode. Do you think that they could defend against a baby ship? Just a little guy? Oh, yep, he's gone. That's fine. What about a daddy ship? I'm gonna say there's no way you're gonna tickle your way out of this one. Nope, nope, don't care, don't care. You can keep holding us all you want. Fire the laser. Should be able to cut right through the middle of this thing, right? Man, it's taking a sweet time to charge up. Oh! Yeah, that eye got absolutely worked. What is that? Is there a beating heart in the middle of this thing? And it's healing. Of course it is. Oh. Is that the eye the eye grew back as well. Okay. So, I'm seeing some problems that we're gonna have to address. Considering it's a biological planet, I kinda like the idea of using a biological attack. What if we had Cthulhu show up and just take a big ol' bite out of it? He does not give the slightest care for these eye tentacles. Just gonna take a meaty chunk, be on his way, and that didn't even do 1% of damage to the planet. Stuff is just gonna heal up like nothing had ever happened. With the gaseous planets, like the more you blast away, it shrinks, it gets smaller, there's less and less gas, but I don't think this is getting smaller. Oh, now it's back to 100%. So it is just fully regenerating. Okay, yeah, that's a problem. I usually just destroy planets, right? I don't have to kill them, so I'm curious if the living stuff follows any kind of different rules. Like, if I froze it, would it be able to regenerate? I can pop an eye, freeze some tissue, get my scalpel, freeze and cut, treat it like a giant space wart. Nope, the eyes grew back. The holes fill in. Yeah, that was a good try. I want to learn more about how these eye tentacles work, and I think these alien ships are going to be the perfect test dummies, because I'm pretty sure they were updated as well in the recent patch. Like, now I can summon these new guys. Okay, they fire some lightning. They seem to somewhat get destroyed by the tentacles, but they got their licks in first. But what's interesting is if I summon the pink ones, then I summon the yellow ones, then I summon the green ones, they all just kind of fly around fighting each other? Like, there are just random dog fights now? It's a free-for-all out here, so we summon just a whole bunch of them, maybe even get, like, one of these motherships involved. Maybe this guy as well. It's just gonna be a gigantic space battle, and this poor living planet is trying to swat them all away. Oh, actually, you have a shield. That seems like it could hold out against the tentacles. Nope, not quite. Bought this guy some time, though. He managed to get his licks in. Stupid ships are still fighting each other around my ears. I can't, like, zoom out all that much, so we wouldn't be able to easily see what's happening, but it's cool that they're all fighting one another. Okay, so I can cause chaos, but not a lot of destruction. Hey, you know what? We opened the video on herpeciphalids. Maybe we can give the planet a whole bunch of herpeciphalids. Oh, that's just gonna tank my frame rate. Probably should have only used one. I used like a baker's dozen just to see. That is super cool, though. Yeah, tentacles aren't gonna be able to stop that now, are they? I wish I could see what every individual thing is. They look like little useless computer chips. That did absolutely nothing. Oh, okay. I am underestimating this living planet. Well, I managed to blast away the outside of the planet using black holes, and we've got a good look at its heart. Can I maybe zoom in a little bit? Oh, no, it's growing back already. It's so difficult to get to the center of this thing for more than just a couple of seconds. Like, I know there are a bunch of weapons that I could use. Like, I could just use this and single shot, boop. You're probably dead? No? I'm sorry, excuse me? Yeah, definitely underestimating. I thought for sure that would be a freebie. Oh, it's red now. It's red now, it's beating faster. It doesn't like that. Do I just keep going? There it is. That thing survived, what, 5 of those blasts? One of those would have taken out the Earth and the Moon and potentially our sun. Speaking of taking out a sun, I don't think I've been in this system before. I wonder if I could just piss you off a little bit? Yeah, let's see you regenerate from this, smart guy. At the very least, it's gonna be real chilly around here moving forward. Oh, that's a lot of meaty little chunks. I forgot you get a little menu when you actually destroy a planet. It goes to show, I don't actually destroy that many planets all that much. I just kind of mess with them. I think it's pretty fair to say this episode has 2 distinct frontrunners, like a king and queen of Solar Smash, the living planet and the mothership. So let's have them face off against one another. There's no way these tentacles are gonna stop it. They might be able to stop some of the children. If anything, I kind of want to summon a bunch of them. Yeah, why not? We haven't done that before. Just have the whole armada show up. We get front row seats from the underside of things. I just feel like this planet is even more overpowered than the ones with like defensive rings and the ones with shields and stuff like that, because unless you kill it, you're not making any progress. It is going to 100% regenerate. It does not care. Man, those tentacles are actually doing a lot of work though. Way better than America's nukes. We should move Florida to this place. They'd fit right in. Those children just keep on coming, but it's like I said, the living planet just doesn't care all that much, you know? You can't really tell that we've done any damage, and even if we did, how would you be able to pick it out? This whole thing just looks like one giant scab. Come on, I know you can't keep this up forever. We're down to 76%, and I don't think I'm anywhere near the heart, so I'm not at risk of popping it. And besides the fact that it survived like 5 of those huge dissection shots, this time I never even broke through. Right? It was still safe in there, but we just kind of overwhelmed its regeneration, and it beat so fast it gave out. That's super cool. There's not a whole lot else here that I can try, to be perfectly honest. Like, I guess throwing a moon at anything is entertaining. I don't think that it's gonna be able to stop that, but it just regenerates so quickly, it just doesn't care in the slightest. What about 100 nukes? Do you care about that at all? Okay, you make it to 97, 96. They stopped a handful of them, but not nearly enough to matter, and it regenerates. Surprise, surprise. Maybe I could go with bees? Minecraft bees? I don't have a lot of faith in the bees because the herpesiphylades didn't do a whole lot, and these guys are, I mean, maybe the planet's allergic? You know, its poor little heart could give out or not. No, this thing is just a tank. It resists like 90% of weapons in the game. It definitely feels like there should have been something else included with this update, but for the life of me, I can't figure out what. Like, if you guys know of any secrets that I'm missing, or anything that you want to see me do or try, as always, leave a comment letting me know, and then maybe I'll return to get the best of this living world and Florida again soon. But thanks so much for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.